and away we go.
All right, so how's the day been so far?
Well, my day's been, as always, alright, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's been all right with me too. I'll be honest, I was gonna go somewhere today, but I just decided not to because I just didn't feel like it today. So let's see what happens this week because I'm also not gonna guarantee I'm gonna go anywhere tomorrow. But yeah, let's just see what happens this week.
Alright, yeah, I
So
agree.
what if? Oh, what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say anything.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so like, what's going on in the news lately?
A lot.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of posts, but I didn't never really got the chance to review all of them. The only thing I really sent in the chat was this Muslim woman saying how the Jews are controlling black men with pagan magic or something like that.
I see.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. I'll be honest, I don't really consider those guys. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like you give more power to them if you just call them Jewish people. They're not. I don't consider them Jews, man. It's like, because they give the real Jewish people a bad rep, and so these are just people who hide behind Judaism for just so they can in a way, it's kind of a victimhood, and it's kind of a cop out to them not taking responsibility for their own actions. I just see it as a cop out. So I'm just gonna call them something. I was just gonna call them Gentiles because that just means you're not Jewish. Because it's like, but let me see. Let me actually see I'm just gonna try to think of anything else. But if I can't think of anything else, I'm just gonna call them Gentiles. Because that essentially that's essentially de-Jewisizing them because I don't believe they're real Jews. I'll call the real Jews Jews, but them I'm not gonna call them that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's like, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's like, there was just this one woman who was on the street and she was pretty much just screaming how my DNA along with other people's DNA was controlled by the quote unquote Jewish powers. But that's all pretty much all I sent in the chat. What did you send in the chat?
Well, I've said something in regards to an experiment.
All right, what's it about?
Alright, so now the woman speaking this video, I'm not sure if she was the one that set up the experiment, but I know that she was talking about an experiment where someone would pose as a good-looking Chad kind of guy, and in the description, and I know I've said something, but it's not exact, but somewhere along the lines of, I have a criminal record for beating up women, but we have a past. It's something along those lines.
Oh yeah, I saw that post before, and women were just and I'll be honest, essentially women don't care. Women don't care as long as you're hot enough, bro. Women do not care. If you're handsome, women don't care if you have a criminal. If you're tall enough, women don't care if you have a criminal record. It's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's just female nature. I mean, I guess women don't mind danger or just like danger. You're good looking enough.
Yeah, I don't mind the travel as long as the candy's sweet enough.
That's true. That's true. That's true, pretty much. And it's like, look, a woman. I'd say there's some women out there who are willing. I'm not saying all. Some women out there who are willing to take a beating. If the guy's handsome enough and if the guy provides enough, she's willing to take that beating until she eventually has enough, which is probably years down the line. And you ask her, why didn't you come to the police immediately? Then she's gonna make up some excuse, but in reality, it was just the money and the good looks that were keeping. And yeah, no, for the most part, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's like you can't really control that, or it's just women for you.
Yeah, but of course, not all women are like that. They do know better, and they have experienced something like this before, and they certainly should know better not to get into that situation again.
That's true. There are some women who know. There are some women who know better, and there's some women who are just like, I know better, but I'm just gonna stay here just because, you know, and it's kind of stupid, but hey, I'm not. But hey, you're a grown woman. But at the same time, it's like I can kind of see why. In some countries, I can kind of see why marriages are arranged. I'm not even trying to say that to be offensive, but I can kind of see why some marriages are arranged because it's like there are women out there who are just bad at picking partners. I'd say same with men too. Like there are men and women who are bad at picking partners, and only the parents really know best because it's like, the parents know best because, well, it's simple. The parents are older, they're wiser, and if they see good attributes in someone that you would probably disqualify them for, that's probably why they're a good pick, because they have good attributes that you will probably be bored of now, but in the future you'll be grateful for them.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it's like I can't even say just for women. I'm saying like, for men too. For men too, I guess. But at the same time, it's like I see women not making good decisions, especially in this generation. Like, there are women in this generation who are making bad decisions, unless they follow God, obviously. It's like they're making like bad decisions with men, and they're like doing they're doing these things, and like it's like, yeah, I'm like, and I'm saying in my head, man, you are terrible at picking a man, or you're terrible at picking a woman, bro. Because it's like you go back, you date this, you essentially date the same man or woman, just different skin color or different, or like different hair, different everything. It's just like because this is the same woman you're dating from before. It's just like she's different by race, or just like by anything really, or just different hair color, etc.
Yeah, of course.
But hey, man, it's like it is what it is at the end of the day.
And it was what it was.
Exactly. And then like these women tend to learn when they get older. It's like, okay, I don't want that anymore. It's like too little too late. It's like too little too late, man. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not saying they're ugly when they're older, because they're not. But there's a certain time. It's like there's a certain time when it's like your beauty tends to fade a little bit, and it's like, so you kind of have to make that right decision in your 20s, or at least at 28 to 30. Because at least with 30, you kind of still have a chance, but not as much of a chance as you do, like with not as much as a 20-something-year-old does, but you definitely still have a chance at happiness and at a great marriage. It's just that you have to wise up, like a little bit faster. Even my sister knows, it's like, shit. You have a biological time clock. It's like, both, like in terms of having kids, in terms of looks. It's like
That,
with a man you can. I'm not saying a man can be ugly. They can be decent looking, but it's like it's. I don't think it's necessarily the looks that men need to hold on to.
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, but what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, people don't know what they're getting themselves into until it actually happens. They think, oh my gosh, he's so cute. I want to marry him. But and then once you start to realize the true colors of this man, that's when reality starts to hit. I understand that people are tend to be attracted towards a person with with a higher beauty complexion. I'd say the same myself. However, I don't just go for it. I actually think about why do I like this person? Do I like them for their looks, or do I like them for the interest? Because that's another thing. Most people only think about how a person looks, not what the person is. And I think if eventually over time people actually start picking a partner based on their interests, maybe people won't have these kind of relationship issues to begin with.
That's true. That's true. And I 100% agree with you. And yeah, it's like I really don't see like any lies or any like anything like wrong with what you said. But
Yeah,
for the most part, once again, it is what it is at the end of the day. What did I see? I saw you sent in a photo.
yes.
Tell us what's it about.
Well, so I was scrolling through Snapchat, and there's this community in regards to my university. And in that university story, there is no religion higher than truth. And then there's a description that says above the seal of the Theosophical Society incorporates the Star of David, the Ankh, the Om, the swastika, and the Ouroboros, pronounce any of that. And then opposite, a portrait of the Russian occultist and co-founder of the Theosophical Society, Helena Blavatsky.
Blavatsky. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
So what is this religion supposed to be?
I'm not sure. It was just a photo. That's it.
Okay, it's a bit weird. I mean, like the Star of David, of course, and a swastika. Like are they idolizing Hitler as well? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I'm confused by that too. But the thing is, it's not the Nazi Germany swastika. It's kind of like a cross, but curled edges kind of swastika, not the Nazi Germany swastika that most people associate with Nazi Germany.
Oh,
It's a different shape of swastika for some reason.
I didn't even know there was a different shape of swastika. I really didn't know that.
I don't know there was.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not gonna lie. The swastika is not even a real. People associate the swastika as a bad thing, but originally it's not supposed to be a bad thing. But because of Hitler and etc. and the thing and yeah, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I think I think there was a symbol similar to Nazi Germany swastika, but the orientation is instead of lines going diagonally, the lines just go well the logo is rotated to resemble a square that's flat on all sides rather than facing diagonally from each other. I think that was the original symbol, which in some parts of India and maybe other parts in Asia is seen as a sign of prosperity, last time I can remember. So at one point it was considered a good thing, and to this day it is a good thing. And the thing is, when that logo was then seen across in a Nazi Germany flag, but with the orientation just ever so slightly different. And I think that's where the trouble starts to lie, because now, today, if you go around any parts in India or maybe other parts in Asia and see a swastika that's just in a different orientation, people thought, oh my gosh, Nazi Germany, why would they do this? But this was a thing before Nazi Germany. That's the confusion. May not get until they know it.
That's true. That is definitely something people may will definitely not get until they know it. And for the most part, it's like you just have to. It's like it's up to you to find out that information. Because frankly, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm not gonna lie, it's like yeah, it's just simply up to you to find out that information. Because like if you delay it, then it's like, do you really want to find out that information, or are you just like trying to like
Do you just want a reason to complain or make a fuss or try to get people's attention?
exactly. It's like and most people want to just whine and fuss and get people's attention, and or they just don't really want any answers. They just want to like live in their own worldview. And
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, it's like it's like they say they want answers, but in reality, it's like it just doesn't seem like they want answers.
They just want to spark a conversation.
Exactly, and it's like it can go any way. It can go any way, shape, or form, and it's like you can talk about like belief systems. You can talk about why someone believes in this belief system, and but ultimately speaking, it's like you have to be genuine with your intentions, and you have to simply want to at least find the answers you're looking for. Um, I'll let that you're allegedly looking for. Other than that, it's like it just depends on the intentions that you show in terms of like finding the answers and finding the truth. And it's like you just gotta have like you just kind of you have to be open pretty much. But I'll be honest, like that Trump shooter, like Ryan Ruth. What are your thoughts on him?
Well, firstly, I will say that, and I'm not saying this would ever happen. If this was done against Obama, Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter, because the thing is, even though he was president in the 70s or 80s, he's still alive apparently.
Huh?
And if
How old?
yeah,
90 something?
I'm not sure. I have to check, but I think all the other presidents that came after Jimmy Carter they've already passed away by now. I'm saying that the presidents that came after Jimmy Carter, most of them would already pass by now, unless it was a president that came into office in the 2000s.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Presidents passed before like Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter and Carter's still alive.
Yeah, presidents that came into office after Jimmy Carter, well, at least especially directly after Jimmy Carter, at some point they've already passed away,
Was
and
Jimmy
Jimmy Carter himself is still alive today. Good for
was
him.
Jimmy Carter a Democrat or Republican?
Jimmy Carter was a Democrat.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
So I was gonna say that even though this is not gonna happen, if an assassination attempt was done either Obama, Jimmy Carter, or Bill Clinton, I'd still have to ask the question, why do you hate the guy so much that you want him dead? Like, I understand, we have our own opinions, we can disagree with whatever policies they try to implement or have implemented during their time in office, but asking for someone to be unalive like that is just not it. It's absolutely uncalled for. I don't know why people would ever be so desperate to have someone die like that or to be dead. That's
Yeah,
just I don't get that.
I don't understand it either because it's like, look, man. I mean, I get it. I get that you don't like the guys, but it's like, oh, who cares? It's politics. It's just going to pass over anyways. Like, all of this is legitimately going to pass over. All of this is not going to be a thing. It's not going to be a thing with after, like, after either Trump or Harris, or like, Harris wins. Who cares, bro? It's like, politics are legitimately people's religion until it's no longer a thing. It's like people have pride in Donald Trump more than they do Jesus Christ, and that's just.
Yeah, I understand that he has ideas that he wants to implement in office that I don't think a lot of people really like. But putting him over Jesus, again, I have my concerns and I do have questions. Because,
Yeah, yeah. It's like
like, how do you think these universe came to existence? And I know a lot of people would argue with that, but how do we get here in the first place? That's the
exactly.
question.
Exactly. It's like, how deep, yeah, it's like, exactly. Like, there's no one like, worthy of worship than the person who, like, brought us here in the first place. And, you putting Trump over, like, putting Trump over God in general, it's crazy to me. And it's like, I'm like, I quoted this tweet, and I'm like, I saw a little pump, like, showing his support for Trump, and I'm like, I wish more people with influence would, let me actually read it. I got it right here. All right, I said I wish more people with influence were this bold about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Stuff like this will come and eventually go, but Jesus Christ is forever. And it's like, I said Trump nor Kamala are going to save the world, let alone America in 4 years, in a 4-year time period. Only Jesus can do that. But yeah, it's like that's pretty much how I feel. And it's like, bro, it's like little pump. Come on, man. You're just gonna do this again in the next 4 years. Who are you gonna support in the next 4 years, man?
Yeah, like, the only reason why Republicans are doing so well, despite what polls are saying, is because Trump is the one behind the driver's seat. He's running for president again, and when he gets in office, I think that's what's gonna happen. And then once his time has passed, who now? Who's the next? Who's going to be the next person from the Republican Party to be the next president?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Who are they gonna like root for? Donald Trump Jr. or Eric Trump? Wait, how old is Eric?
I have no idea.
Me neither. Okay, then Donald Trump Jr. because I know he's probably in his 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I wouldn't hold out on Ivanka Trump either, because I'm not sure what Simpsons episode it was, but of course, we all know that the Simpsons have an extensive record of showing what the future will be like, and seeing Ivanka Trump after Donald in the presidential cycle, I think there's a hint that Ivanka Trump would have some involvement in politics at some point in the future.
huh? I'll be honest. Where's his wife from?
Melania Trump?
Yeah, because I don't know. It's like
Slovenia.
Pennsylvania.
No, Slovenia.
Oh, Slovenia. Okay, got you. Okay, because I was saying like based on her accent, I know she's not from America.
Yeah, I thought
It's
so
like
too.
man, it's like because like Trump really went all the way out of America just to find a wife. Good for him.
Yeah, I
Good.
respect that actually.
Yeah, good for him. Honestly, yeah. But
Honestly, I'd do the same actually, because I'm not saying I don't like women from my own country, but you know what? I actually prefer someone that is foreign and not from my country, because it has a different spice to it.
honestly, yeah. I mean, that'd be. I think I'd say that'd be great too. I used to joke around and say like in order for me to like actually like date like and I'm joking when I say this obviously. I used to say like you know what I want a pure. If I'm gonna date like a black woman, she has to be like from Africa because I think that'd be great.
Yeah, the
On,
purest it can be, I
yeah,
think.
that's the purest it can be. Full African because I'm African American. I'm from African, but I'm also from America.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like the purest it can be. Or
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care if I did outside my race. I really don't care. I just make jokes like that. Yeah, it's
Tr
like yeah, it's like I'm trying to talk to someone right now, but let's just see how that goes, because like she's not like she's from America, so that's great. But let's just see how that goes. So I'm trying to talk to someone right now.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, cause but yeah, I probably did outside my country too, man. I mean, hey, replicate, but hey, Trump was able to like have replication because it's like hey, the woman is same skin tone as him, and yeah, it's like I say like hey, most people have a preference. It's either black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Mexican, anything really, even India. Yeah, and I would say personally, if I were to date an Indian girl, it's like I'm saying that's actually the closest to my race in a way. Well, to my skin color, and the closest to replication, because it's like if we're both the same skin tone, then it's like what's the difference? What, in hair, eyebrows? Is that it?
The only difference from that point is what's in within.
That's true. And no, the only difference is the cultures, really. But other than that, that's about it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, it's like his wife. How old is his wife? Like in her 30s?
I think maybe a little older, but not too close to Donald Trump's age. But
Yeah. Yeah, I know Donald Trump is way older. Yeah, I don't think she's close to Donald Trump's age. But that's interesting though. I never would have thought that she would be into politics though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you think she could do it? She could pull it off?
maybe. However, remember, and I'm not just saying it for that episode of The Simpsons. However, at some point, she's gonna do something. I don't know how, but she's gonna do it, I guess.
Yeah. Let's just see what happens, man. Because like she might actually do something, man. That'll surprise us. And the real question is, will she get the women? Will she get the woman vote? Even though she's pro, even though she's gonna be on the Republican Party, would she get the woman vote?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just for the same reason of Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Of course, it does not matter what the party affiliation is, and even though that we shouldn't just vote for someone because of their identity, but if that's how the trend is right now, and even the next few years, I think that could be it. That
I
could
would,
what sell.
yeah, I would say a woman has more of a chance in getting into office now than they did in 2016 or later on. Because it's like I don't know. In 2016, it was like okay, it's whatever. 2020, kinda, but not there yet. 2024, almost 2025. Yes, there's a better chance of a woman getting into office. And yeah, it's like for the most part. I don't even. I'll be honest. I would have to see who's running against who would be running against her. And also, yo, in 2016, you know how people voted for Obama because he was black.
Yeah,
In 2016, there was also a black dude. I forgot his name, but I know I saw it in like a video from Young Don. In 2016, there was a guy who was on the Republican Party who was black, who's like running.
I think I have an idea of what that could be.
Yeah,
Although I think last time I remember a black Democrat running for a position was in 2020, and it
uh,
was for the Senate in Georgia.
oh no, he was a Republican.
Oh right. No, I think that could be Tim Scott. That's the only name I could remember.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's I just yeah, they just clearly didn't push him like for him to even be a worthy candidate. But our RFK Jr., they didn't push him, so therefore it was he knew what was gonna happen, so he just dropped out. And I'm like, well, I'll be honest, I just realized something. I'm not even registered to vote, so even if I wanted to vote for RFK, I couldn't, because I'm not even registered.
Yeah.
But I don't even think I want to register. But it's like I'm trying to think of, is there something I can do? I mean, I know I'm just 21. I know I'm just 21, about to be 22. But it's like, is there something I can do? Because I don't care for these guys. Respectfully, I just don't know them. I'm pretty sure Trump is a top-notch guy, and Kamala, I'm not sure. I'd actually have that. I'm not really sure. But but Trump, I'm pretty sure is a top-notch guy. I don't have any problem with the guy, but I just don't care for the guy because I just don't know him.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm really wondering who's gonna run in 4 years after Trump? Like, is Trump gonna prep up his wife and like, okay, dear, I want you to run for president. I want you to, get rid of these Democrats. And I know Trump would have some role in this if he was gonna prep up his wife.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, can an ex-president run for vice president?
I don't think so. Or
Okay.
at least there hasn't been an attempt for that.
Huh. Because that would be interesting. That would, to see.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Franklin D. Roosevelt managed to win 4 terms, so anything's possible.
Like 4 terms, like one,
Yeah,
two,
like
three.
four full consecutive terms.
Where is this America at, man? It's like, look, what happened? We only got 2 terms now. Did you get rid
Uh,
of the 4-term thing?
I'm not sure when exactly, but surely after that they should have
Also,
done. They should have had some kind of rule that you can only run 2 consecutive terms, or at least 2 terms.
also, it's kind of sad that I didn't know this, and I'm from there.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, that is sad. I'm just gonna call myself out right there. That is sad. Like, bro, I
Yeah,
didn't even think my school. I mean, I knew that he was president, but no one told me that he ran 4 terms.
yeah.
My school system.
And also, there has been one president that did run 2 terms, but non-consecutive. Grover Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland.
Yes.
I've actually heard of the guy, but I've actually heard of the guy, but like, what up? I didn't really do that much research in the guy. I'll be honest, I gotta. There's like, I'll be honest, there's so many presidents that they didn't even tell us about. They didn't even teach us about or tell us
Yeah,
about.
that is so true.
Yeah, that is like, bro, what? Like, bro, it's like, I know of some of these guys, but it's like, I only know of
We
Grover.
don't. They don't know much about what they have done during their time in office.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing, I only know of Grover Cleveland because of Family Guy. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right, Family Guy, of course.
That is sad. That is sad at the fact that I only know of that because of Family.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was like, I think there was something in my history class where it's like, they were showing all the lineup of presidents who ran in office from each year, and I'm pretty sure I saw a good amount. I just can't remember their names, but I can kind of remember their faces. But
Yeah.
hey man, it is what it is. It is kind of sad that I didn't know Grover Cleveland like in his terms though. That is kind of sad. Is he like known specifically for like doing anything or like any specific laws?
Not that I can recall right now. All I do remember is he served 1 term, and then a Republican president came into office after Grover Cleveland's first term, and then afterwards, in that election cycle, Grover Cleveland tried rerunning again and won his second term after the first term of the Republican president that came into office after Grover Cleveland's first term.
Huh. Okay. Cool. Wow. Wow. That's great. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe if I look up look up like half these presidents, I can take some inspiration from like the good ones, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, it's like there just has to be something I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, think of a movement or something to like, start to spark up something. It needs to be something big, man. It's like, maybe I don't think I'd be good for president now. I don't believe that because like I think I'd have to learn a whole lot in order for myself to say, yeah, hey, I want to run for president. I'd have to like, I have to like learn a lot and have so many notes on my table just to say, hey, I'm ready to be president. I want to be president. Eric Taylor for president. This and that, etc. Right now, I'm not. Seems like a lot. It seems like a lot of work, and it is a lot of work that I'd probably take up someday. But I'd say like something needs to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something has to give.
Indeed.
But man, this country. What else is in the news?
So I've seen a video on Instagram Reels about this young girl. She did something in school that she wasn't supposed to. Actually, I'll play the video so you can hear for yourself.
What did she do? Did she have relations with a teacher?
She's in so much trouble. I am so fed up with her.
Hold on.
She's in so much trouble. I am so fed up with her. What? What happened today? Why did I get a call from your teacher that you did something to somebody in your classroom?
Because she said my hair. You do that? You don't expect me to say nothing?
You can say something nicely, but for you to cut her hair with scissors, her mom said she was crying.
So? She can cry on her what? She deserves that payback.
There's going to be people in life that are going to say mean things to you, but you do not always have to act out of anger.
Yes, I do.
But you're hurting her feelings. You're going to get your iPad taken away. Stop it with the hand.
Mom, by the way, you look beautiful today.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to get your iPad back. But thank you.
So yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah, I think this is a mixed bag. Like, she does make a point about her situation, but on the other hand, there are better ways of dealing with those situations that doesn't result in anger or violence. So, yeah, there's a lot to get into, and of course, there are other ways that could have been dealt better in a situation like that, but of course, stuff like that is going to happen.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. And I 100% agree. I 100% agree with that. And yeah, sorry for the pause. I was texting someone for a bit. But anyways, yeah, it's like yeah, I 100% agree with you. It's like I believe that like that could have been handled in a better way than like just resorting to like one specific thing. I feel like that could have been handled better.
Yeah, but of course, she does make a point. Like, there will be people that don't give a damn about one's feelings. Although, well, it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel weak. But what's not okay is to stay weak. That's what I would say. Because we're gonna have moments where we feel demoralized and we just don't know where else we could go. But of course, you need to get back on your feet and keep charging forward. Keep going forward. Don't let affect your life or your way of living.
Yeah, that's true. You should never stay weak. You should always at least strive to like do something better, and we'll get better and be better. And well, yeah, it's like even if you're weak at that moment, it's like don't stay in that state. Like you always got to get back up. You always got to just like remember like what's important, and you just gotta just get stronger. Like whether it's like from willpower, whether it's from like willpower, or whether it's from like anything really, like whether it's from like God or like simply just straight up willpower. And for the most part, yeah, I say I hope for the best for that. I hope for the best for like that person or like anybody who's out there feeling weak. And yeah, like for the most part, that's really all you can wish them is the best of luck.
Yeah, indeed.
Hold on, he heard the door. Come on, buddy. All right. But anyways, yeah. What else is in the?
I was going through Instagram and I saw this in-home sauna.
In-home sauna. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, so the thing is, the size of it, although it looks small, there's still plenty of room for at least two people to sit down and relax and enjoy the steaminess. And you can place it anywhere in your home. It could even be in your bedroom.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Bedroom. So the kids won't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of homes, I found out that my mother's father's father had a farm, and then one of her father's brothers had a farm. I'm like, man, I want to find these farms and if like anyone lives in them. But shoot, that's pretty cool. I had family members who own farms. So great, awesome actually. But anyways, yeah, back to the sauna. Back to the sauna. It's like yeah, I think a sauna is a pretty good. I think sauna is a pretty good idea for the most part at home. And yeah, I mean, it's up to you if you want to share it with a family, but for the most part, if you can choose to put it in your room, then I'd probably put it in my room, man, just to relax away from the family or even the wife at times. But hey, hey, women, am I right?
Yeah. Not always, but true. Can't argue
Yeah,
with that. It
yeah,
happens.
yeah. Of course, not always. Yeah, of course, not always. Women aren't annoying. Men can be annoying too. Gotta say that because it's true.
It's only fair.
It's only fair. Plus, it's kind of true. But for the most part, yeah, it's like women are great. Women are beautiful creatures who deserve the world. Not all of them. Some of them do though. Who deserve the world. Sorry, I'm just eating something right now. Anyways, yeah, it's like for the most part. So is there anything else about the sauna?
Well, I need to actually go back. I mean, I think the price is a bit high, of course. However, it is a bargain. Order now to receive up to 1,000 Australian dollars off. That's one of the discounts they have.
Oh wow. Huh. Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect the sauna to be cheap.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect the sauna to be cheap. So it's like, I mean, hey, if it's that good, man, it's like I'd probably. Well, I mean, I don't really think I'd buy a sauna. I mean, I think it depends on the situation. If I could get a sauna, then fine. But it's like I don't think I would really need a sauna. It'd be cool to have one though. Just to go in and relax and sit and let the steam and let go at your pores, however that works. But for the most part,
Fair enough. The most expensive sauna is a three-person Cedar Lux, and it costs 6,500 Australian dollars.
really, huh? That's not doesn't seem that bad.
It's a good price, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah, it's not even that bad. It seems like a pretty good price. And for the most part, I'd say hey man, if it's a bargain, then you should get at it immediately.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But hey, for the most part, yeah, I'd say if you, I'll be honest, what kind of people do have saunas? Just rich people, or just thousandaires also have saunas as well.
Well, I think in Finland there's a very common, strong sauna culture. So I think in Finland there could be as much saunas as there are people in the country.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But otherwise, you can find saunas in very cold countries like Sweden, Norway, possibly Iceland. I'm not sure about other countries that have temperate or hotter climates, but if there are there, then it's likely. I'm not sure, depending on the wealth of the people that use it, but nonetheless, I think it's accessible and to all people, and I think the accessibility varies on the country. Like I said, Finland has a very strong sauna culture, so there are as many saunas as there are people in Finland.
I personally don't think I've ever been to a sauna. Actually, yet not even personally. I know that I haven't been to a sauna before. So definitely, I'd say it's probably one of if I can do it, then it's especially for my birthday, then that'd be great.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be great for the most part, and but I'd say the closest I can get is a massage, an actual massage, not a happy ending, a literal massage.
I see, yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, it's yeah. Is there anything else?
Yes. Just going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, so I saw a video, well, discussing something and referring to a video about a guy that lives in.
What about him?
So Jeffrey Mead, he discusses a video about one of the things that Donald Trump had said during that debate on ABC, and then, eating the dogs and the cats, the pets of the families that own them. The guy that lives in Springfield, Ohio, tells the story that there have been people with machetes. That there used to be tons of stray cats before, but now they're not. Which Jeffrey Mead says that this proves that what Donald Trump is saying about the people eating the dogs and the cats and eating the pets of the families that own them,
Yeah,
that is
he said
adds up.
the Haitians were like, eating the dogs and the cats, and people were saying that's made up because there's no proof.
Well, yeah, that's true. People are saying there's no proof that you can say that. There's no Haitians, there's no one eating the cats or the dogs, but yet someone that lives in Springfield, Ohio, records a video telling what it's like living there and the people in it, which would connect and references back to what Donald Trump has said about the people eating the cats and the dogs, and otherwise the Haitians as well, or at least the Haitians that are in the U.S. and specifically in the Springfield, Ohio area.
Hmm. Yeah, I have heard of that story, and I'm like,
Now it begs the question:
it's like, yeah,
if
it begs.
so it does beg the question. Knowing there is word from someone that lives in the city, or at least the town in Springfield, Ohio, how will people make of this if that word gets out publicly in the mainstream? Will they so what? It's not as bad as you think it is, or they're just gonna turn a blind eye and just go on about their day. Either way, it's it is what it is. It was what it was. So either way, I think people actually have enough of these kind of actions happening, and people want something done about that. However, people aren't going to do it until there's a huge public outrage demanding something to be done about it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree that something won't be done until there's a huge outrage, and so far there isn't a huge outrage. There isn't really a huge outrage, so therefore nothing's going to be done because there's nothing to be. No one sees anything to be outraged about, and I'd say for the most part, I don't think Trump should have said they're eating the dogs or eating the cats because there's no proof. And frankly, I was, and people were saying Kamala did better in that debate than she did a bit better in that debate, but at the same time, there are rumors coming out that there are these AirPod earrings that she was using during the debate. But I'm like, I don't know how true that is. I just
Yeah,
don't.
I've seen posts on social media, and actually, those earrings come from Tiffany, and those Tiffany earrings that Kamala wore, they are nothing like the Bluetooth earring headphones that's been going around. So I know even though people want to say that was speaking going out, there was a message going between Kamala and the team through earrings that look like headphones. Yeah, and this is me being honest. I don't care too much about which side to take at this point because I've seen that it is quite evidently clear that the headphones that Kamala wore is nothing like the Bluetooth earring headphones that she wore for that debate on ABC. But
Yeah,
hey, it is what it is. It was what it was,
I am.
and I know everyone will have their own conclusions for that.
I am kind of glad there wasn't any people there though, because just focused on the candidates there. But you know, I think it was pretty cool, and
Yeah.
I think my mom recorded the whole debate actually on her phone.
The thing is, though, with no candidates being there, it means they can cheat. And even if there is candidates there, how do we know they're not all donors to paid shills?
I think most people were. I think the moderators, including everybody else, was against Trump, but Trump still somehow prevailed.
Going on, Labour wants to make it legal for make it.
Yeah, I know how you feel about that.
I think that'll be bad because that'll
Yeah,
affect. Nobody's thinking of long term side effects. That would affect the local economies. Like people that normally go out for the frickin' lunch or coffee break, that'll affect
bro.
the local coffee shops, the local
Yeah,
bakers, the local businesses. But heaven be damned, that means less people have jobs, but the laptop class can work from home with their little titsy laptops.
Yeah, I think that's in the long run, because like once they implement like the CBDCs, man, I think that's their plan. It's like they're probably gonna eventually just pay us to be home if we get the CBDCs, like like the market of the beast inside of
Yeah,
them.
but the thing is, though, they want us to be homeless. They want, effectively, the country can't have the system as it is now. Someone has to lose. Someone has to be bankrupt. Someone has to be homeless. That's
I
how the
guess
system works, I'm afraid.
I guess unfortunately it's gonna be the local
Yeah,
store clerk who work hard for their stores, man. But unfortunately, because
yeah.
it's like yeah, what they're trying to do is someone has to lose,
Someone has to lose. Yes,
and it's gonna be the local stores.
yes.
And it's probably gonna be Starbucks too, because a lot of people go to Starbucks.
Still online delivery, and still people that do drive-throughs
Right. That. Right. Okay. So
and
I
online
guess
delivery, so delivery apps. A lot of the fast food restaurants they push Uber Eats heavily. Like
yeah,
McDonald's and them push Uber Eats, and I think that's the main reason, because they realise the end goal is they're not going to have employees. Why do we need some fucking schmuck to flip the burgers when we can have when we can have the Tesla bot to do it for us, and we pay him
yeah,
for nothing?
yeah. Plus, they can charge us more when we deliver. Uh,
Yes, make more money on deliveries. Plus, they don't care. They're going to make their money either way.
yeah. I was gonna order something on delivery yesterday, but I'm like, this is too expensive. I'm not doing that.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's more expensive with delivery. Like a $12 a
It's
12
good that you picked up on that, because not many people pick up on that.
yeah a
They
twelve
just
dollar
spend money.
yeah like it's a $12 meal costs $20 when you deliver it. So I'm like, what the oh, this is just a ripoff, bro. I'm just
Why the
gonna
fuck would you?
I don't know. I don't know.
The only people I can see that would go for this is the dumb LA crowd that effectively.
It's like I have a good amount of money.
Yeah, the only people that have got more money than you need. The only people I can see doing that are office workers, or people that freaking make mass amounts of money. Besides,
Yeah,
I wouldn't even when supermarkets go fully digital, right, and they make you have to use an app. I don't think I'm wanting to go there. Like,
I'm
I
not.
can't guarantee that I would be willing to go out to a local thing, especially if they make you have to pay through an app. I'm not doing that. Fair enough if I have to use my debit card, but there's no way in fuck I'm scanning that out in public, where literally some fucking cunt could freaking put some to manipulate it or something like that. It's quite easy to probably steal that, right? There's no way in heck I'd be willing to use an app for paying for parking. I'm happy to pay with a credit card when I need to buy local stuff at a supermarket, right? But there's no way in heck I would use an app.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm never gonna use my phone or an app to pay for stuff in
I
store
never understood how they're getting the youngsters to do it though, right? There's no fair enough if I have to use a credit card and a debit card, right? I'll easily use that and I'll do a basic online banking, but I don't
yeah,
want to use a phone.
I'll use a credit card. I'll tap it where I need to tap it if I need to pay it. But
That's as much as you're gonna get from me. You're not gonna get any more than that.
right,
I'm not like Gen Z. I'm not gonna use an app to pay for stuff for a thingy. I don't want, because think about it, the amount of data you're giving these companies. That's the
yeah, I'm
reason why
not.
they want it, because the amount of money they can milk off you. You're effectively giving them your financial information,
Yeah, exactly. And it's
even
like
more than what
I
you
see it.
already are in the machine.
I see it in I see it in train stations too, man. It's like I believe they're slowly in New York going to replace the Metro card. But I'm saying like there's a better way to handle that than you paying it from your phone.
The thing is, though, do they expect elderly, like the people in their 50s, 60s, to do that?
My mom doesn't even do that. She uses a
Yeah,
regular Metro.
do they expect them people to do that? Because, or are they waiting to if they're or are they waiting until they all die or become retirees?
Hey man, I'm just gonna
There's no
say
way
this,
in
bro.
heck I'm going to do that. I doubt there's many. I doubt there's probably people my age that are not going to do that.
I'm just hope. I'm just hope,
I've been in supermarkets. I see youngsters using their phone to pay for stuff all the time. I think it's.
I'm just hoping by the time this all gets out of hand, bro.
I think supermarkets will probably stop accepting cash soon. There's rumors that in certain supermarkets, in the cafes at least, they're going to limit the people from using cash.
Well, that is so stupid.
That is stupid, though. But if once one supermarket does it, it's a chain reaction. Asda will do it. Morrison's will do it.
Yeah, so the
And
regular
all the
person.
others, and M&S, and all the rest of them will do it.
Yeah, so the regular person's like, oh, this is revolutionary. This is
No, you're
amazing.
giving away data. You were giving them more power. The thing with if you pay with a card, right, they can charge unlimited interest to that, and they don't have to, and they can make it to the minute point. Whereas with cash, they have some type of tangibility. Nobody's thinking about what will happen when all these banks go digital. I'll tell you, it'll be easier for them to fucking money launder and scam. Because it's just flicking 2 digits on a freaking screen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's very unfortunate. It's like, you know, the most of the young people, most young people don't really know what's.
They don't. They very much don't. Or if they do, they're very much naive. World socialism. And even if we tried to freaking stop it, nothing would change. Because it's too far gone now. Not to mention, I got a... Oh, by the way, yeah, I got one of these, these, literally, the adverts for the COVID-19 vaccine right in the fucking door. I said, fuck, that's something we can burn and put in the fireplace. Fucking hell, I wish I could go back in time and tell myself, fucking don't take that vaccine. Go tell them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I have fucking regrets on that.
I would have most likely never took the vaccine.
I wouldn't either, and I know I can guarantee there's a lot of my relatives that probably wouldn't have taken it. For one, my grandpa wouldn't have taken it. He personally, he's probably on the verge of death by the end of the year or something like that. He's got some form of cancer, and he deep down that it's probably the vaccine that probably caused it.
I
think they gave different vaccines for different people. Like the elderly got a different one that some.
I would say, like, whatever was in.
One for the elderly. There was supposedly two different ones, right? One for the elderly, which was supposed to kill them, give them cancer, and the other one was supposed to for the youngsters, was supposedly slowly stop the birth rate. But that's always going to be hearsay or nearsay because you're never going to truly get answers on that. iPhone's partly not selling as much. iPhone 16's not selling as much as they hoped.
Bro, no. It's the same. Here's the thing. It's
the same thing.
It's the same.
It's the same
with
thing.
A different button.
It's like
with
when
camera.
Here's the thing.
Why buy a new version? Just wait 5 years or 4 to 5 years. You'll see a difference.
To be honest, I could probably go for a new phone, but I can't really be spending the money. No, to be honest, my phone that I've got now, my battery is getting shit on this one, but I'm no way in heck I'm fucking getting a new one. So I'm not desperate if I don't need it.
Here's the thing. You know what would get most people's attention is if iPhone actually brought back the headphone.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to do that.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. But
supposedly Disney now pays a dividend. No, Google pays a dividend. Surprisingly.
But yeah, I've been really thinking about, like, do I really want iPhone anymore? Should I just get something else?
You can, but let's be real here. It's all going to be the same. Even if you get an Android, it's shit quality. I was kind of looking at Elon to make.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And I'll be honest, when I got this phone that I have right now, I was like, I felt absolutely nothing when I got it. I was like,
again, Apple's phone business is nothing new, right? It's reached the peak. People have lost the stereotype. People don't care. It's a phone at the end of the day. Who cares? Even if you update it, right? It's gone to the point where nobody cares. Oh, the new iPhone comes out. Cool. My phone's fine. I don't need another one.
It's like, yeah, it used to be a big deal.
Cost of living crisis.
It used to be a big
barely
deal.
afford to live, or people in Canada are deciding to pay for rent or food.
Right.
Supposedly there might be a vote of no confidence in that fucking cunt. Trudeau might actually get ousted.
Yeah, it used to be a big deal to, like, have a new iPhone, but it's like,
it's not. Like, hopefully Justin Trudeau gets ousted.
Maybe that's
Canada can maybe get some change.
Maybe that's still a big deal within school or something to get the new iPhone, but it's like, as an adult, who cares?
Costs too much money. And let's be real here, it doesn't make much in the phones. Again, I go with Apple because I've been using it for most of my life, right? But We honestly, and I honestly don't trust Android. If I'm being honest, I don't think it's that reliable. And quite honestly, I think it's easier to probably hack a freaking Android than it is an Apple. Don't get me wrong, it is easy to probably if you were really try, you could still hack an Apple. But I personally think Android is a lot unsafer to hack, easier to hack, and effectively break into.
That's fair.
But I could be wrong. But I think both of them are that. But I think they're both real. Honestly, I think both of them are bad. It's just a phone. At the end of the day, I could pick from any of ours, but I don't think electric vehicles will take off. I think they're over.
Yeah, I'd say
Supposedly oil and gas companies are selling their renewable energy businesses as well. So renewable energies must not be making them money if they're selling off their divisions, like offshore wind and all that. So they can't be making money if they're selling them. So what else is there?
John, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Okay,
Ooh.
I think I've heard that name before.
I'm
Yes,
gonna.
you would have heard it before, and oh
I'm
man,
gonna. I'm gonna
She's
pause
Dutch,
for.
ain't she?
I'm gonna pause for a minute. I'm gonna get something to eat.
That's
all
fine.
right, cool.
What's going on with Ava then?
All right, so she made a video speaking out about the UK locking up people for hate speech. Pavel Durov being arrested because Telegram wouldn't give information, and as well as X being banned in Brazil.
Supposedly they're looking to ban X in Australia as well, supposedly.
Yes, of course.
But you've also got to remember, Netherlands, Geert Wilders was saying something interesting things to the people of the Netherlands. He was saying he's full on against Islam. He's basically telling that we need to fucking bring a new fucking caliphate. We need to fucking get rid of them. We need to fucking no fucking being honest with them. No trying to be nice with them. Get them out of the country.
Yeah.
Seems like Schultz is interested in that as well. It seems like most of Europe want these guys out.
Yeah. Why now?
Why? Because we're going to take all of them. They're all going to come here and place our country. You have Paris and them. Do you think Starmer's going to stop these people? Do you think he's going to go start the go after the Muslims? No. Do you think he's going to freaking... There's no way in hell he would do that. What else is there?
So, Nico Cardo Avocado.
The fat guy.
Well, he used to be fat, but now
He
he's
used to be
skinny.
fat, but he got skinny. Brave, good
Yes.
on him.
Yeah, fat guy turned skinny.
That's wild. I like this guy now because the mind games he played on those people that doubted him, hated on him because of his body. Man, it's just hilarious to see. They switch so fast to say, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you." No, you're the reason he did this in the first place. He's calling you out on your hypocrisy.
Good.
You see, now here's the thing, bro. I never really
Took it to heart. He got skinny.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I didn't care enough to even make fun of the guy because, like, I didn't care.
I took the piss out of it now and again. I don't really care. What
It's
can I
like-
say?
Personally, it's like it's cool that he lost weight though. I just
Yeah,
think
good for him. Yeah.
it's because I'm not gonna lie, bro. First off, I wasn't gonna make fun of a big dude because it's like he gets that enough, and plus I just didn't really care to. It's like if he didn't change, he would have died anyway.
We would have died, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I'm glad that he lost that weight, all of it. Even if he gains some of it back, bro. Hopefully, it's not as bad as what it was.
Well,
Now,
good.
Now the question is, that video that he posted saying he was two steps ahead when he lost all that weight, how do we know that's not pre-recorded? What if now he's still hitting the gym and now he's all muscular?
Yo,
As a
that was
thought.
I think that'd be hilarious if this
Yes.
man was like, if this man was just muscular.
He went from fat to skinny to now very muscular.
He's like, huh, I was 3 steps ahead. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be funny.
that would.
Why are all these companies so interested in AI? Because they can replace people. Lots of people are about to be made redundant.
And the convenience, because, well, people are mostly lazy.
I can see so many opportunities to freaking vent. I can see so many opportunities for freaking proxy fights.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I can see so many opportunities. I see a proxy fight. I see there being a good chance of a proxy fight against Warner Bros. I see a good chance to do one against Mattel. I see a good chance to do one against fricking Hasbro. I see a good chance to do one against fricking, what was it, Ubisoft. And an opportunity to do one against Disney. An opportunity to do one against...
I'll be honest, do any of you guys still watch Disney?
No.
I sometimes watch Disney Plus to watch Futurama, and sometimes watch movies on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus just because I do.
I don't watch any streaming service.
I'm not gonna lie.
You watch YouTube.
I feel like I've said this
Yeah.
before, but you know what the sad part is about some of these shows I used to watch?
What?
They had these hidden agendas in plain sight, but it was mainly masqueraded from the fact that it wasn't in full effect yet. And I'm just now noticing, and I'm like, dang, this was right in my
Even your
face.
favorite YouTuber has an agenda. They all do. They're all money hungry. Even a lot
It's
of
like,
companies are going to go under.
Yeah, it's like, when I was watching Good Luck Charlie a couple months back, I'm like, they really introduced 2 gay moms in the last season.
They slowly do that. They slowly maneuver it into their norm, and then they can push their agenda.
Which is ironic, because, I'm pretty
and
sure...
then every time we call them back on it, they have to take 2 steps back.
Yeah, and it's ironic, because I'm pretty sure one of the people who played in that show is a conservative. He still looks the same, though.
To them, it's just a paycheck. But what you need to realize is Hollywood is a sidearm of the U.S. government. Hollywood is used to push certain agendas they can't push through the Congress. Through Congress, think of Hollywood and movies as a way to get American propaganda out.
Yeah, it's an informal way of pushing your message out, as opposed to pushing it formally through politicians and, political debates.
Yes. And over time, when Hollywood became less viable, they pushed YouTube. Let me
and
tell you
social media in general.
Let me tell you a secret. The feds were early investors in Google. They're people that brought that company public. They made a shitload of money. The CIA investment, the biggest investment company in the CIA, effectively the federal government's investing hedge fund, effectively invested in Google, they invested in Facebook, they invested in YouTube, they invested in all these companies. They're the ones that probably pushed Google to buy YouTube because they wanted to use it as a way to freaking manipulate youngsters. They probably pushed Amazon to buy Twitch. You think the government's not against these companies? They're working hand in hand. The government owns these companies. The government secretly probably has insider ownership in these companies. The US government has insider ownership in most of these big tech companies. They have a financial interest in these companies. Either the senators, the governors, or the American federal government in itself, e.g. the pensioners, the pension holders, the federal government's pensions. But yeah, was that us?
Yep.
Okay.